Coach, any Florida resident will tell you that afternoon pop-up showers and storms are the norm, and that's exactly what we have right now. Actually expecting a pretty steady rain throughout today here in Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Get up! 180! Check. Watch the slip.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Both of them, Mike. 18. Not today.
From the 24, Trubisky. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
First down, a run with Cohen. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
44, Mike, 44. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. No. Me.
Here's Trubisky to throw. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Here we go. Check. It's 18.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good.
Willie Snead all alone. Touchdown, Chicago. Willie Snead, his second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
Hey, Haywood!
Throwing on first down is Allen. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Allen will try again on second down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Check. I got it. Alert 3. Good.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen, and he's going to get this one down to the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
It's going to be a long day. Alert flat.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Looking to throw again on second down. Trubisky. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Slam. Check. First down. Alert.
On first down, Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 8 on the year. As the Bears push further out in front. And now it's blocked. And the Jags get it. But he is finally run down. Would have been 2 if he'd made it all the way, but instead, simply a missed extra point.
We have seen some exciting returns of blocked extra points. This one doesn't quite get into that level, but there had to be an anxious moment after it was blocked, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think sometimes they still forget on both sides when that block comes on a PAT that you can return it for 2. We got it across midfield there, just not close to the end zone.
Yeah, you noted that moment of hesitancy, didn't you? You know, it's blocked, it's like, oh, yeah, that's right, it can be returned, and which means you have to get back and tackle them, too.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
On second down, Dawkins. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 13-0 is the score after one on EA Sports.
Mike, 45. Come on, Bravo. 45 to Mike, 45 to Mike. So we got man.
Allen. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his third touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Let's go, let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. On third down, Trubisky. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Second and 12 at the Bears' 30-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Now this time, Allen will throw. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. To the air, Allen. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
18. 44's the mic. 44's mic. Yes. I'm trying to come.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll find Miller. That's complete. A very solid gain of 27. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Trubisky now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Now Trubisky. Finds his tight end Ingram. A good pickup there at 22. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
44. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Mike,
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a goal.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips, and this one winds up getting intercepted.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
You got nothing.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. On first down, Trubisky gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Hey, ball. Mike, 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Let's go. Jim. Hey, ball.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with his second touchdown here in this first half as the Bears push further out in front. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you...
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
You ready?
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. To throw on 2nd and 6. Allen, former Buckeye first-rounder Garyon Conley there to knock that away.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Allen to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, wahoo!
5 wide. Don't let him breathe.
Allen going to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Allen again here on second and 10. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Looking left side, and it's complete. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
A gain of 15 yards. Move those chains. That's good for another Jacksonville.
Allen now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Middle. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Hey, Charlie!
The 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Brandon Williams. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. They try again with Cohen. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Let's go. You tighten up.
25. Check 25. Check 25.
On third down, a run with Cohen. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Go. Set. Watch hands. Let's go. Check.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
A loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
Let's get it.
At the 48-yard line.
Ready?
Hey, I'm coming.
Hey, 18.
Bang.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
Well, when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
Trubisky will throw. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Trubisky to throw. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Bears push further out in front. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Allen. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They'll run on 1st down. It's Cohen. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 11-yard line.
Again, it's Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year, as the Bears push further out in front. And the kick here, no good, but a penalty flag is down. Looks like he got run into. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for it. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Give me that ball, defense. Hey, exit.
Now Allen. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down. On 1st down, Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen.
To throw again, Allen. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2 at the 37-yard line.
Pilot, 64, weak.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cohen, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Bears on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. Off the toss, Cohen. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left, and then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is Cohen on the toss. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On second down now, it's Cohen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Cohen. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Allen. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Go. Watch.
Hey, 18. Alert.
Kill.
They run. This is Cohen. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
You go tight.
Lock in.
You got tight right there.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cohen. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Blue.
Say.
Alert.
They'll keep it on the ground. Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. 14 yards. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here, because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Allen. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville, and a first down as well.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 53 yards. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Chicago, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance